Big episode tonight, lots to get through, so let's get into it. First up, we expected last week that our tribes would be merged, and they were merged. Also, we got our battle back from Edge of Extinction. This was, about what we'd expect from the battle back. I think that there was certain people that we all would have placed as favorites to win any sort of battle back type competition. I mean, Rob was in there, Tyson was in there, Natalie was close, Yule was close, and really, I would say those four out of who was on Edge of Extinction were the people that I would have pegged as favorite to win a competition. So in the end, this one came down to Tyson and Boston Rob. And, we can't totally tell if it's as close as they make it look on TV, but, it looked like it was about an inch difference between Rob and Tyson finds his way back into the game. There was lots of comments today about how all the old school players got voted out first. All the new school players are the ones who made it to the merge. And now we even got to see this scene where the tribes is merged. They all having this sort of celebratory feast. And Tyson's sitting there and everyone is just like, how crazy is it that none of the old school players made it this far? And he's just sitting there as part of the tribe. And you're just starting to think, like, uh-oh, is he already just immediately done? Like, was that the name of the game? Get the old players out and then the rest of us will battle it out. Thankfully for Tyson, they went into an immunity challenge that he previously excelled at. And it was an endurance challenge where whoever holds onto the pole the longest wins. And I remember Tyson years ago in this challenge or similar challenges and just looking like he could have been up there all day. So it looked like this was setting up for him to win the first immunity idol, but that is not how things played out. So we had a little twist here where there were actually two idols on the line, one for the women, one for the men. The first winner ends up being Denise. The women seem to fall off quite quickly at this. I thought that Denise wasn't really going to have a shot here to be our winner, but she just blew everybody else out of the water. By the time all the other women were down on the ground, she was holding on up there like nothing, like they hadn't even started. Like she was waiting for Jeff Probst to say, all right, we're started. She was just chilling. So I actually think that she would have had a shot at winning the whole thing. On the men's side, it came down to Nick and Jeremy. Tyson fell off quite early. He couldn't hang like he used to, I guess. And we see Nick be our last to fall and Jeremy take home the idol. So 2 immunity idols in play. Numerous other powers are still floating around out there, and 10 people with their names on the chopping block for our tribal council. So this one kind of flip-flopped back and forth quite a bit. Initially, people seemed like they were all on board with getting Nick out. And then all of a sudden we started to hear Wendell and Adam have their names thrown into the mix. And as things approached to tribal council, it seemed like Jeremy kind of tried to push a late play to have Adam kicked out. Then we go to tribal, and we hear lots of people talking about like you kind of just got to go with what's happening. Like you just got to go with it. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, I guess this means Adam is gone. And we start counting votes, and ends up that Wendell is the person who goes home. I actually had a little bit of a chuckle because I thought keeping him in the game last week was about the stupidest thing that Michelle and Nick could have done, but they chose to go into the merger with Wendell instead of Yule, and a Wendell immediately sent packing. Now, I think Wendell's was more of a target because of his relationship with Jeremy and people being a little bit of afraid of them kind of teaming up, which seemed a little strange to me because, I mean, what were they merged for, like a day? And people already making that level of judgment against him. But very happy to see Wendell go. Should have been gone earlier in the season, but he's gone now. He can hang out on the edge of extinction for the rest of the season and hopefully not win his way back into the game. So now that we're merged, things I think are going to get a lot more intricate. We're going to really start to see some faction lines start to form. And then when we do see big plays and backstabs, whether that be, people flipping the vote or idols and other powers getting used, that they're really going to have a major factor in the outcome of the game. So it will be fantastic to watch moving forward. So that is it for me for tonight's episodes of Survivor. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.